What's up, everybody? Let's talk about today's General Hospital episode, shall we? Um, what can I say about this episode? Where do I even fucking start with this episode? Let's start off with this Milo and Dante crap. I'm over it. I'm over it. I'm ready for them to give Lulu her memory back. They just need to. I'm over the storyline. Give her damn memory back. Let us find out what went on with her and Stavros. I mean, I just can't with this storyline anymore. I mean, it's getting too long drug out. I'll talk about Lulu scenes, but the mysterious guy, in a minute. I'll talk about that in a minute. But Dante and Milo was sitting there having a conversation about, sitting there talking about Lulu and about how Dante wants her to come home. He's sick of them. He said, he quoted, "I'm sick of you, sick of this little house that you two playing house. I want my wife. She's coming home with me. Coming home with me now?" And Milo was basically all like, Dante, maybe when Lulu gets her memory back, maybe she's not gonna remember, maybe she's not gonna want her old life back. And out of nowhere, Dante just kept getting madder and madder and madder. So he punched him and punched Milo in the face. Milo was getting ready to draw back and punch Dante, but Sonny come out of nowhere, comes up, which I want to talk about how the hell Sonny got there so damn fast. Is because Sonny was having some scenes with Olivia and Connie. My question is Crimson and Kelly's like right there next to each other? Because Sonny got there fast. I mean, he was like right from. I don't understand it. Sonny got there so damn fast. But anyway, he basically got Milo trained and basically was saying, asking what was going on and whatnot, and he wants to know why. He asked Milo, "Why you shacking up with my?" He's shacking up with my daughter-in-law. Um, And Dante's all pissed off and was saying, telling Sonny don't blame Milo, how he was the one that punched him and whatnot. And Sonny basically said he wants to know why is Milo checked up with his daughter. But actually, this is actually kind of Lulu's doing. She actually, it seems like she does. I mean, she's been haunted by these memories of Stavros. Something every time she sees something, she's on the haunted star. She sees something. It always gives her a bad memory or whatnot. But anyway, she was basically all freaked out. She was on the Haunted Star and she was all freaked out. And out of nowhere, Roger Howard, some mysterious character. We still don't know who the fuck this guy is, who the fuck he's playing. And yesterday he had some scenes with Heather Weber that kind of had me thinking that maybe he may just be Franco. And I'm also getting teased. He made some teases that he may be. Oh, he could be playing Todd Manning. I'm not gonna lie to you, because remember that while back that Prospect Park was saying that he would come back for 4 weeks, and after they do what they want to do with him, with his character, that maybe he can go back to GH. So I don't know, but we haven't specified as to who he's playing now. But anyway, he was basically sitting there asking Lulu, can he use the Haunted Star? Because Lulu is the owner of the Haunted Star. I guess she's sole owner of the Haunted Star since there's no star. Since I call her name can't be mentioned. Got to rant about a storyline the actress is in right now. I got to rant about that in a minute. But anyway, it's not that I'm not enjoying it, but I just can't right now with them being new characters. I can't. I'm sorry. But anyway, he was basically wanting this mysterious guy was wanting to ask Lulu, can he use the Haunted Star for a big party he wants to throw tomorrow night. He's throwing a big party for citizens of Port Charles. He said he wants the movers and shakers of Port Charles. Roger Howard still has that wit and all that. It's still pretty funny, fun seeing him on scene, but he's like I said, he is the only one I'm actually interested in seeing in who he's playing. We know who the other two are playing. I just want to know who he's playing. But anyway, I'm guessing it's either has to be a Quartermain. It has to be something related to the Quartermains. Cause why would he want to see ELQ? Why would he even care about ELQ? It has to be something about the Quartermains, something involved with the Quartermains. But anyway, and he kept saying something like how he left stuff behind. He left a lot of things behind and whatnot. But anyway, that is I can say he is the only one of the three that have returned that I have interest in seeing coming back. But Lulu actually at the end she picked up a champagne bottle and had memories of some champagne being poured. It makes me think, did Stavros force her into marrying him? I know he brainwashed her, true enough, but did he force her into marrying him? I mean, anyway, But yeah, or they drugged her to marry him. But anyway, let's move on to this teen crap. Um, this starts off today. That started off actually today's episode started off with Alexis lighting a candle. Apparently, Sean has gotten back. He and Sonny have gotten back, and she wants to have a romantic evening with him. And Molly pops up. Molly shows up. Says all this for takeout. Because they were having takeout. But saying all this for takeout. She was like, well, Sean has been gone for a while, and I want to welcome him back. Basically, she wants to give him a little of that poontang, a little poonin in a way. Well, I ain't mad at that. I ain't mad at Sean trying to Sean getting him, so I'm not mad about that. Because I've been trying to. If I was out of town, I was away from my girl, away from my lady for a while. I want to get me some too. But anyway, and a knock comes at the door, and Alexis thinks it's then Molly says she has a final to study for. And so she goes back to her room and starts studying. And there's a knock at the door, and it's Rafe. And Lex is basically like, Rafe, what are you doing here? And he's basically like, I assume you're here to see Molly. He comes in, she says, I assume you're here to see Molly. And he's basically like, yeah, I want to ask her a question about prom. And Alexis is basically like, oh, that's great. That's great. Is one of Molly's friends taking you? And he's like, no, I'm going with Molly. Then we go to TJ at Kelly's. He's giving Milo his food, and then Felix comes up and says, and asks him, basically asking him what's wrong and whatnot, and I guess he tells them that he and Molly broke up, and tells them how he feels he's lost Molly forever, Felix is basically sitting there saying, and I can tell you why they have Felix and Sean in these scenes, because Felix's sister is coming to town, is coming onto the show, and I have a feeling they're gonna pair her and TJ together. They're probably gonna have TJ move on with her, or what I actually read next week, TJ is gonna try to get Molly back. I hear he's gonna try to get her back. But anyway, TJ was sitting there saying how he believes that he's basically ruined everything with Molly. He's ruined everything for good. He's lost Molly forever, and he feels bad about everything he did. And Felix is basically trying to give him a pep talk, saying that there's always a chance that you and Molly can get back together. And TJ basically was thanking him for the advice, but he was like, I don't think that's gonna happen. I seriously don't think it's gonna happen. But I agree with Felix was saying, if Molly's see, she's mad at you. She maybe she just needs to everybody just needs to calm down and see where stuff can go. But anyway, he was basically saying still mad at you and whatnot. That kind of still means she still cares about you, and that was actually kind of a good statement. But anyway, then we cut back to Alexis, Molly, and Rafe. Alexis is basically asking Molly, so when are you gonna tell me? And she basically saying, okay, you're going to prom with Rafe. What about TJ? And she was basically like, what about him? Me and TJ broke up. And Alexis was basically like, when would you gonna tell me you and TJ broke up? And she was basically like, I was gonna tell you soon. He was like, okay, when soon? Tomorrow? A couple of minutes later or whatnot. But anyway, Alexis was like, okay, so you broke up with TJ and now you're going to prom with Rafe. And then Sean knocks at the door and Molly's all scared and like, basically was like, oh my God, it's Sean. And Sean not know about them breaking up. And anyway, Alexis, and then they Molly opens the door and she's basically like, hey Sean, hey, and Sean's like, hey Molly, and her and Rafe rush out. And anyway, Alexis and Sean eventually get into an argument about TJ and Molly and whatnot, and Sean's like, I guess the kid doesn't listen well. But anyway, they don't know. And Molly's basically saying something like TJ was being a jealous jerk and whatnot, and he had no reason to be. I'm like, Molly, the guy kissed you. What guy wouldn't be jealous for another guy kissing his girlfriend? I mean, he kind of had a reason to be jealous, Molly. I'm not gonna lie to you. He had a reason to be jealous. But anyway, I guess anything to have Molly side with Rafe. But anyway, they're gone. Molly and Rafe are gone, and Sean and Alexis get into a little argument, a mini argument about Sean saying, I guess the kid doesn't listen too well. I told him to stay away from Molly because Molly belonged to TJ. And Alexis was basically like, what did you just say? Molly doesn't belong to TJ. Lex was looking like Molly don't belong to nobody but me. And she actually had, I mean, she didn't say that, but that's what she was referring to. Molly doesn't belong to anybody but me. But anyway, long story short, Alexis and Sean made up. They were basically saying how they need to let TJ and Molly and Rafe and all of them work out their own problems. How they just need to stay out of it after they had sex. They were basically like, we need to just stay out of it. And Alexis basically told Sean how she doesn't know what she would do without him, and Sean basically said, you never have to worry about that. And it kind of got me thinking, are either they're about to break them up, or one of them's about to leave the show. I mean, how they were saying, like, seriously, I don't. This is what I'm. That's where I was getting at that. But anyway, moving on from that, um, Connie and Olivia, I'm loving that they putting those two scenes together. I'm actually loving those scenes. But actually, it seemed like Connie was a little bit jealous today because Olivia and Sonny were basically Sonny and Olivia hugged in front of her. They were basically, and Connie is basically saying how everything's fine, Sonny. You can go now. And she was telling Sonny how she doesn't, she can't really be around him, and she doesn't really need to be around him, and about her whole condition and whatnot, how she doesn't really need to be around him. And so Sonny leaves, and Olivia and Connie have this talk, and Olivia's basically saying, are you jealous of Sonny? I mean, she was basically telling her that Sonny and her don't really have any. There's nothing going on between her and Sonny, but I think Olivia wants there to be something going on between her and Sonny, and I read that there may be something going on between Olivia and Sonny. But anyway, that I tolerated that. That was good. I tolerated that today. This Morgan stuff with Morgan, Kiki, and Michael, you can just sense a triangle coming on. Excuse me. You can just sense it from a mile away, that coming on. And I'm not here for it. I'm sorry. Um, Morgan has actually he spoke a lot of truth about Michael today. Michael does need to calm down and whatnot, but I'm not really here for this storyline. I mean, it's refreshing to see Morgan back on the screen, but it seems like they're giving us too much Morgan. They're giving us a lot of Morgan all at once. But anyway, let me know what you guys think about today's episode. Leave me a comment below. Anyway, this is Dominic checking out. Peace, God bless, and I'm out.